Ricardo Pepi is now an Augsburg player. The 19-year-old phenom broke records in MLS and now is venturing to Europe. But who are Augsburg and how did this transfer come about? In 2009, FC Augsburg, a longtime home stadium, Rosenau Stadion, was finally closed down. The stadium, constructed from World War II rubble, was the first major sports arena built after the war. Just like the Rosenau, FC Augsburg has always been a gritty side bound together by their fans. Founded in 1907 as FC Alemannia, the modern-day name was only adopted in 1969 after a merger. Bouncing around the regional divisions for most of their history, Augsburg hit financial trouble in 2001 and were relegated to the 4th tier. Investors soon came in, and by 2006, the club was back to the 2nd Bundesliga for the first time in 23 years. 5 years later, FC Augsburg reached the promised land and were promoted into the Bundesliga. Die Fuggerstädte, derived from the famed Fugger family, progressed further in 2015 by qualifying for the Europa League in an all-time high 5th place finish. Though former manager Markus Weinzierl is back, the man responsible for the golden 8th and 5th place finishes at Augsburg, things aren't as hot this time around. That being said, they did beat Bayern this season and tie Leipzig. Their game plan is pretty simple: defend in a 4-4-2, play safely and efficiently, then cross from wide. Augsburg sit compactly and strangle the opponent's space, ready to break quickly. This defensive work has paid off as they rank 8th best in goals conceded. What they don't do is possess the ball or score goals. They rank 2nd last in average possession and 3rd last in goals scored. Up top, injuries have meant that winger Andre Hahn has become the preferred partner to the on-loan Andi Zekiri. Combined, the two shoot less than Robert Lewandowski alone. With already a small amount of chances created, a lack of clinical finishers has meant points dropped. This is where Ricardo Pepi comes in, a player known for his touch in front of goal.
All abroad, the Ricardo Pepi hype train.
Yet why would Augsburg break their transfer record for a relatively unproven 19-year-old? It's not as though Augsburg is a very young team either. At their peak, they were the oldest team in the league, and now they're trending against youth again. Their business model is staying in the league, not necessarily developing youngsters to sell on, such as Borussia Dortmund. FC Augsburg's previous record transfer is just $11.5 million, followed by an $8.5 million flop. These players were aged 23 and 26 respectively. Their record sales aren't anything special either, the one exception being Baba Rahman, sold on for close to $30 million in 2015. Worked out great for Augsburg, not so much for Chelsea. And yet, Pepi's record move isn't a complete outlier in Augsburg's recent business. Augsburg's 3rd and 4th record transfers were 23 and 22 at purchase, both in the last 2 years. Since 2019, a core of 5 players brought in aged 23 and younger have netted an additional $28.6 million in market valuation on top of their purchase price. Included in that list are Felix Oduokai, a fringe German international, Ruben Vargas of Switzerland's Euro 2020 squad, and Niklas Dosch, Germany under-21s. But the difference is, these players cost on average $4.84 million. How did Augsburg land $18 million for Pepi? While the situation is still murky, sources are pointing to American investor David Blitzer as the source. A minority owner of the New Jersey Devils, Philadelphia 76ers, Crystal Palace, Augsburg, Dignitas Esports, and more, Blitzer is no stranger to putting up cash. Some Augsburg fans were suspicious when the ownership group known as Bolt International Holdings purchased their share of the club some months ago. While Bolt has a 45% stake in the club, they have no supervisory board role, instead focusing on improving marketing and sponsorships in the US. When all was seemingly said and done between Wolfsburg and Pepi, Augsburg stepped in with an outstanding $18 million offer. Could this be a move to sell shirts and gain an American marketplace, or is it a calculated gamble on a promising teenager? The truth is, only time will tell. While Augsburg have purchased from Dallas in 2019 with the Ecuadorian international Carlos Gruezo, this move is something else. Augsburg could be the perfect fit for Ricardo Pepi, an up-and-coming striker looking to add European experience onto his name. The Bundesliga is known for breeding American talent, from Christian Pulisic to Weston McKennie and Tyler Adams. Now, it's Eltrand's turn to set Germany alight. Hey, look at that! We made it to the YouTube end screen. Extra content, bonus content. Get it while you can, I guess. Or don't.